Hello, my name's Fiona, and this is a short sequence based on Ashtanga yoga, and it'll probably take around 30 minutes. Take from it what you want to. You don't have to do the whole thing. Pick and choose and just sit on your mat and breathe. And remember, your breath is the priority. The sequence, the postures are icing on the cake. Really, it's the breath, your inhale and your exhale. You want to fill your body and totally exhale your breath from your body. Okay, so for those of you that know Yuji Breath, you may practice your Yuji Breath, which is basically creating that sound in the back of your throat, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. If you're not familiar with Yuji Breath, then just breathe deeply and make every breath count. Focus on your breath and try to fill your body with your breath. Okay, and we'll make a start. So we're going to start in Salutation B, front of our mat, which is your standing posture. Try and stand with the inner mounts of your big toes, inner ankles touching. And we're just going to lift all 10 toes off our mat, tense and stretch into your toes, and then replace them down to your mat. And hopefully you feel the soles of your feet have extended slightly and you're able to get a better grounding. From there, feel that you draw up your inner ankles, your knees, draw your pubic bone towards your navel, arms are by your side, extend into your forefingers and use that extension to draw your shoulders down away from your ears. The crown of the head is towards the ceiling and your chin slightly towards your chest, so the back of your neck is long. And just close your eyes here. And you may feel your body sway as it tries to equalise the weight between your left and right side. And then come to a stationary position. Inhale through your nose and sigh out through your mouth. One more, inhale through your nose and sigh out through your mouth. Open your eyes. We're going to inhale, reach our arms up. Try to follow your thumbs with your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back into your Chaturanga. And from here, you're going to lower to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, bring your heart through, the open in your chest. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to pause in our downward dog for 5 breaths. So, in your downward dog, try and press the whole of your hands into the mat. Just bend your knees slightly, and as you bend your knees, think about taking your chest back towards your thighs. Crown of the head is towards the floor. And with your knees bent, you may be able to lift your sit bones a little higher towards the ceiling. And that's probably about 4 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, raise your sit bones and step or lightly jump your feet to your hands. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground into your feet, reach your arms out and up. Draw your hands through your heart centre to come back into your Salutation B. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or lightly jump back and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. And again, we're going to pause here for our 5 breaths. Ground, from the grounding of your hands into your mat, feel that you're drawing your weight up through your sit bones. So try not to dump weight into your hands. And you're drawing up the muscles above your knees, lifting your thighs up and back. That's probably about 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, lift your sit bones and step or lightly jump to the front of your mat. Lift and lengthen, really try to extend the crown of your head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to in your forward fold. Try and have contact between your abdomen and thighs. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, draw your hands through your heart centre into your Samasthiti. Inhale and lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, downward dog. Pausing here for 5 breaths. It's probably breath 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Scoop up your abdomen. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees and step or lightly jump your feet to your hands. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground into your feet, draw your hands up. Through your heart centre, Samasthiti. Just pause here, take a breath in and a breath out. And just take your mind to your Samasthiti posture. Again, try and have the inner mounts of your big toes, inner ankles touching. And from there, feel that you're, from the grounding of your feet, feel you're drawing yourself up tall. And we're going to come into our Sun Salutation B. So we're going to inhale, bend your knees, brush your fingertips, come into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, jump back and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through, create openness. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot your left foot and bring your right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, rise up into your warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat, come back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot your right foot, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale and rise up into your warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to pause here for our 5 breaths. Now obviously your body's starting hopefully to get warmer now. You may feel you're starting to get out of breath. As you're in your downward dog, use it to try and slow your breath down and try to deepen your inhale and exhale all of the air out of your lungs. And that's probably about 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 4. Lift your sit bones. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward and step or lightly jump your feet between your hands. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften your knees. Come through your chair, straighten your legs and bring your hands to your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, bend, brush your fingers, come into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or lightly jump back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot your left foot, step your right foot between your hands. With a big inhale, rise up into your warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot your right foot, step your left foot through. Inhale, rise up into your warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into your Chaturanga, engage your abdominal muscles and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. And once again, we're going to pause here for our 5 breaths. Ground your hands into your mat, and from that grounding, feel that you're lifting your sit bones up and back. Draw your pubic bone towards your navel, engage your abdominal muscles, scoop up your abdomen, and draw your shoulders down your back towards your sit bones. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, raise your sit bones and step or lightly jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Really let the back of your neck be long. Inhale, ground into your feet, brush your fingertips and come up into your chair. Just glance down, make sure you can see your toes. Exhale, bring your hands through your heart, Samastiti. And again, we'll just pause here, we'll take a breath in and a breath out. Breathing in, step or jump your feet so they're hip distance apart. Inhale, raise your arms towards the ceiling, but at the same time draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down towards your toes or in that direction. You're working towards your toes, but you may only get to behind your calves, your knees, wherever you get to today. If you get to your toes, bind your first 2 fingers around your toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen forward. Exhale, let your elbows come out, let the crown of your head descend towards the floor. Coming to your forward fold, and we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Feel that you're trying to lift your sit bones up, and you're trying to lay your upper body down your lower body. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, lift and lengthen forward. Exhale, slowly rise up to a standing position. Again, we come back to our Samastiti. Bring the inner mounts of your big toes, inner ankles together, and just take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, we're going to step back with our right foot. So you're stepping back towards the back of your mat with your right foot, and then we're going to pivot on our feet to turn our left foot in and our right foot out. Be strong in both legs. You're pushing into the outer edge of your back left foot. Just bring your arms up to shoulder height. With an inhale, reach to your right. As you do that, draw this right sit bone towards your left heel, and then we're going to tip. And just bring into our Trikonasana, just bring the back of your right hand to your right calf. And you're working towards taking a bind with your 2 fingers around your right big toe. Your left arm is extending towards the ceiling, and you're trying to stack one shoulder above the other. The most important thing here, along with your breath, is to be open. You're trying to create openness, and your right foot is flat on the floor. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Soften your right knee, gaze to your right foot, and we're going to rise up. Pivot your feet to face the front of your mat. And again, push into the outer edge of your back right foot. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. With an inhale, reach to your left and then tip into your Trikonasana. So bring the back of this left hand wherever you're at today, which may be your knee, your calf, your ankle, or you may have worked towards binding your fingers around your toe. You're extending your right arm up towards the ceiling, and your gaze may be towards your thumb if you're lengthening your spine enough so that it's comfortable to turn your head. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. And then from there, soften your left knee, take your gaze to your left foot and slowly rise up. Just take a small turn to your right and then step your feet together at the front of your mat back into your Samasthiti. Let's just pause, take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, take a longer step back with your right foot. Again, pivot your feet. So you're pulling this left foot in, your right foot is facing the back of your mat. And then we're going to bend into our front right knee. And you're trying to create a 90-degree angle with this front leg. Remember, this is all a work in progress, so go where you're at today. Push into the outer edge of your back left foot. And then we're going to bring our top arm alongside our top ear. So right elbows on our right thigh, top arm alongside our top ear. And you're trying to create a straight diagonal line from your left fingertips all the way to the outside edge of your left foot. And your hips are open. You're trying to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, look towards your right foot and then come up to standing. Again, pivot your feet to the front edge of your mat. So again, you're pushing into the outer edge of your back right foot. Bend into your front left knee. And really, ideally, you want your knee over your ankle, just to give you safer stability. And then from there, we're going to bring our left elbow onto our front left thigh. Bring this right arm forward and over alongside our top right ear. And again, you're trying to create that straight line from your right fingertips all the way through to the outer edge of your right foot. So you're creating openness down your right hand side. And think about rotating your torso in the direction of the ceiling. Inhale, exhale 4. Draw that pubic bone towards your navel. And then from there, we're going to rise up. Bring your feet parallel. Just twist slightly to your right and then come to the front of your mat, Samasthiti. Just pause. Ground into your feet. And from that grounding, feel you're engaging your legs. You're trying to lift yourself up from your feet, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then from there, we're going to bring our hands onto our hips. Just take your feet hip distance apart. And we're going to take the weight into our left foot. Now, as you take the weight into your left foot, this left hip may want to jut out. So we want to draw that left hip back in. And we're going to draw our right knee up towards our torso. Think about trying to keep your torso long, crown of your head towards the ceiling. You have to excuse me because I struggle with my balance postures, so this is always a test for me. And then from here, you may bind your hands around your knee. Again, keep your torso tall and upright, and you're drawing your knee towards your torso rather than your torso towards your knee. Your standing leg is engaged and strong, but try not to lock it out. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. And then with control, we're going to release our bind, bring your hands back to your hips, pause, and then replace that foot on your mat. And just walk your feet out. And then we're going to go the other side. So take the weight into your right foot. Again, almost let that hip jut out and then draw it back in. And we're going to raise our left knee towards our torso. Again, you may take a bind with your hands around your knee. Relax your shoulders and try and be tall in your torso, and you're drawing your knee towards you. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Tailbone is lengthening towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, 5. And do all this as a process, the same way we went in. So bring your hands back to your hips, pause, and then with control, lower your left foot and just walk your feet out. Once again, we're going to come back to our Samastitihi, so in the mounts of our big toes, inner ankles together, arms by our side, and just lengthen your fingers in the direction of the mat and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale, lift and lengthen, and then step or jump back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through, create openness in your chest, and exhale, downward dog. Pivot on your left foot, and we're going to bring our right foot between our hands. Inhale, we're going to rise up into our Veerabhadrasana or Warrior 1. So in this, our front knee, we're working towards a 90-degree angle. My back foot is in about 45 degrees, and I'm pushing into the outer edge of that back foot and trying to lift the inner arch. And my hips, I'm working towards bringing to being parallel and facing front. Bear in mind that is an absolute work in progress. You may take your gaze to your thumbs and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, 5. From there, keep your hands where they are. We're just going to pivot our feet to face the front of the mat. And then we're going to bend into our front left leg to come into our Veerabhadrasana 1 on the other side. So again, push into the outer edge of your back right foot. Relax those shoulders down away from your ears. And a real sore point for me is try to draw your pubic bone towards your navel, engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. And then from there, we're going to open our arms out to come into our Warrior 2. Just adjust your stance slightly if you need to. So in your Warrior 2, your legs are the same, but you're trying to open your hips now this time. Your shoulders are soft and relaxed. And just imagine somebody pulls your right hand, just try and centre your torso over your hips. And take your gaze to your middle left finger. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Keep your arms where they are, straighten both legs, and then pivot to face the back of your mat. And we're going to come into our Veerabhadrasana or Warrior 2 on our right hand side. So bend into your front right knee, push into the outer edge of your back left foot. Relax those shoulders down away from your ears. imagine somebody pulls your left hand and just centre your torso over your pelvis. Take your gaze to your right middle finger. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. And from there, we're going to rise up, strengthen both legs, bring your feet parallel with one another, and then step to the front of your mat, Samasthiti. Just take an inhale and an exhale. And from here, we're going to go into our Vinyasa. So inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back into your downward dog. Inhale, look forward, raise your sit bones and step or lightly jump your feet between and then through your hands to come into a seated position. And in your seated position, we're going to extend our legs out in front and we're going to come into our Dandasana or staff pose. So my feet are flexed, I'm pushing into my heels, but I'm still keeping my heels on the mat. And I'm trying to spread the backs of my knees along my mat. Hands are by my side and I'm lightly pressing into the hands to enable me to lift out of my pelvis, lift my torso, crown of my head in the direction of the ceiling. Relax your shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. And then from there, just pause and relax. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, raise your arms towards the ceiling and just create space down both sides of your ribs. And as you exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold. And imagine you're trying to take your hands beyond your feet. Your hands may only be at your knees, but just imagine you're trying to reach yourself forward. And wherever you get your hands, whether it's the side of your knees, calves, ankles, or if you get them to your toes, you may take a bind of your first 2 fingers around your big toe. Just take your elbows out wide wherever your hands are. Inhale, feel you lengthen your breastbone towards your toes. Exhale and extend. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and extend. You're trying to lengthen your top body down your bottom body. Sit bones are pushing, feel as if they're almost pushing out and back away from your heels and your legs are engaged. One more breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift, look forward. Exhale, release. We're going to come into a Vinyasa, so cross your feet at your ankles, roll forward and take your feet back to come into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward, raise your sit bones and step or lightly jump your feet through your hands to once again come into your seated position. And from here we're going to come into a twist. So we're going to bend our right leg, draw it in. This left leg is engaged and I'm still pushing into the heel and trying to get as much of the back of that left knee on my mat as I can. I'm going to reach up into my left hand and really create space down this left hand side. And then I'm going to bring the back of that left elbow to the outside of my right knee. My right hand is going to come behind me onto my fingertips. Come into a twist. So feel that you're drawing your torso up your right thigh. My left hand, I've got resistance between my right knee and my left elbow. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed and down. And as you inhale, lift your torso, the crown of your head, and as you exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, lift, exhale and twist. And then inhale, lift, and as you exhale, feel you're drawing your shoulder blades towards one another. So you're creating openness in your chest. One more, inhale and lift. Exhale, twist. Just gaze over your right shoulder if you're comfortable with that. Keep everything where it is. Turn your gaze to the front and then release your bind, release your legs. Just give them a shake. Again, take a breath in and a breath out. Breathing in, we're going to bend into our left knee. We're going to reach into our right hand with an inhale. Really create the space before you bring that elbow to the outside of your left knee. Bring your hand up into a stop sign. Your left hand comes behind you. Try not to dump weight into this left hand. It's there more as just a slight resistance so you can lift your torso, the crown of your head. Keep your right foot flexed and engaged. Inhale, lift. Exhale and twist. Inhale, lift to create the space, and then as you exhale, try to deepen your twist. Inhale, exhale, draw your shoulder blades towards one another, create openness. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. And you may take your gaze over your left shoulder. Keep everything where it is and then rotate your gaze to the front. Release your bind, extend both legs, give them a shake. And once again, we're going to come into a Vinyasa and cross your legs at the ankles. And don't forget, you can always miss out the Vinyasas and just sit and breathe. So doing a Vinyasa, cross your legs, take your feet back into your Chaturanga or high push-up and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward, raise your sit bones, step, lightly jump your feet between and through your hands, and you're going to come back into your sitting pose. And we're going to come into Navasana or boat pose. So just bend your knees, draw your feet in towards you, and just take a bind of your hands at the backs of your knees. And first of all, feel that you lift your torso up your thighs. What you want to do is try and keep your lower back in, your abdomen engaged. And from here, with an inhale, we're going to lift our legs so that our lower legs are parallel with the floor. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Try and keep that lower back in. Be open in your chest. And you're trying to keep your inner thighs, inner knees together. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. With control, lower your feet. Just cross your feet at the ankles. Bring your hands alongside your hips and lift up. And lower. I'm going to come into that again. Inhale, lift your legs. Be open in your chest. Try not to use your biceps in this. Just use your hands to help you draw your torso up your thighs. And you may be able to extend your arms alongside your legs, and you may be able to straighten your legs, or even straighten one and then the other. But try to keep your lower back in, your abdominal muscles engaged. Inhale, exhale, 5. Lower your feet, cross your feet at the ankles, and just lift your sit bones up. And again, from there, we're going to come into a Vinyasa. So we're going to roll forward, take your feet back into your Chaturanga and lower. Inhale, bring your heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath in Inhale, look forward, raise your sit bones and step or lightly jump your feet through your hands. And from here, we're going to lower ourselves down. Lower yourself down with bent knees if you can. Just bring your arms out in front until you lift your torso up, and then slowly as you exhale, lower your back in a C shape. The slower you go, the harder. And then from there, bring your arms alongside your body. Have your palms pressing down onto your mat. Have your feet hip distance apart, soles of the feet flat on the mat. And you're drawing your heels towards your buttocks. Now we're going to come up into a bridge and we're going to do this twice. Imagine you're holding a yoga brick between your thighs. So you want to try and keep your thighs parallel with one another. Inhale, draw your pubic bone in. Lift your mid back to your upper back. Really ground into your feet, particularly your big toe, to engage your inner thighs. You may then take a bind of your hands underneath your sit bones and use that bind to try and draw your shoulders underneath yourself. Keep drawing your pubic bone towards your navel and feel you're extending your knees away from you and you're opening up your chest. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Release the bind and with control lower, and try lowering from your upper body to your mid body to your lower body. Just take a breath in and a breath out. And from there we're going to go again. Inhale, curl your lower back up, mid to upper back. You may take a bind again. And if you do, try and take the bind that's alien to you. Draw those shoulders underneath yourself. Open your chest. Draw your pubic bone towards your navel. So you're lifting your pelvis rather than your abdomen. Really ground into your feet and imagine you've still got that yoga block between your thighs. Inhale, exhale 5. With control, release the bind and try lowering upper back to mid back to low back. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees in, bind your fingers around your knees and really hug your knees in. Perhaps rock a little from side to side, do a circle one way on your lower back and the other. But you're trying to keep your sacrum, your lower back, grounded on the mat as much as you can, so you're lengthening out your spine. And then from there we're going to come up to sitting. So you can just come up to sitting or place your hands behind the backs of your knees and just rock a few times along your spine. And then from there we're going to come up to our seated position. So seated position, you can just simply sit cross-legged, or you can come into full lotus or a half lotus, which is what I tend to do. And bear in mind that full lotus for most of us is beyond our reach normally. So be comfortable. And feel that both sit bones are grounded on your mat. Just bring the backs of your hands to your knees. Take a mudra of your first finger and thumb and just extend into your other 3 fingers. My arms are slightly engaged, but my elbows are soft. And I'm relaxing my shoulders down away from my ears. Chin slightly towards your chest, so the back of your neck is long. And close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, really try to fill your body with breath. And as you exhale, try to rid your body of all stale breath. Think about your pubic bone towards your navel. So you're sitting with purpose, and it's a working posture. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale 10. From there, we're going to open our eyes. You might want to put on some warm clothing. We're going to come into our Shavasana. So just extend your legs out. You might want to give them a shake. And we're going to come down onto our backs and try and come down again with bent knees. Come onto your back, and from here bring your feet together, come up onto your heels and then scrub your heels down the mat. What you're trying to do with this is to lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, and then take your feet the distance of the mat apart. Your arms are by your side with palms facing up. And just again, use your hands, your fingers, take them towards your feet, so you're drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Chin slightly towards your chest so the back of your neck is long. And then simply start to relax, let your feet, ankles fall out. And with that, you'll feel your hips will open up and fall out. Fully supported by the floor, try to relax and allow the tension to leave your body. And then relax your jaw, your tongue inside your mouth, and clench your teeth. And with your eyes closed, relax the space between your eyebrows. And we're just going to pause here for a few moments of stillness and peace. Now you may decide you want to stay where you are, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise start to become aware of your breath. Perhaps start to deepen your breath. And then slowly start to move your fingers, your toes. And then we're going to bring our arms overhead, bring your feet together, and with an inhale we're going to reach into our fingers, pointing to our toes, and stretch and elongate the whole of your front body. And with an exhale, let go. Draw your knees into your chest. Take your right arm overhead and roll onto your right hand side. And just pause and relax there a moment. And then slowly come up to your seated position. Bring your hands into Heart Center Anjali Mudra. Lower your chin towards your chest. Hopefully you've created some peace and tranquility within yourself after your practice, and try and carry that with you the rest of the day. Namaste.